Shalom, shalom. First off, we get all praises to Yahawah, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakhakwadash. Peace, salutations to all the Akims out here delivering this truth. Quick lunchtime snack, if you will. Play a little bit of this video. A lot of us who live in the South, they have what they call estate sales. A lot of people think of garage sales and all that, but they have estate sales because these heathens, when they conquer down here, like on an old TV show called Dallas, these people's houses are damn near the size of zip codes down here, you know? And so they children inherit a lot of things. Now, I'll say this because generational wealth is vastly accumulated by insurance policies. So they even had insurance policies on slaves. So as your slaves would die, you would get, 10, 15,000. This is back in the, 16, 17, 1800s, which is a lot of money back then. Okay. Excuse me. So as well as when they were transporting slaves in the 14, 15, 1600s. Okay. They have all this stuff on display at the so-called African American History Museum over in the Smithsonian. They reshuffle and regurgitate the information, but you have to piece it together. Now, with that being said, so they've had about 500, and I'll just say 500 years. I cut it short. They've had about 500 plus years of accumulating generational wealth. So for most so-called black people, I'll keep it like this. Our parents, those of us who are alive now, when our parents, grandparents may have died in the 80s or whatever like that, right? That was the first insurance policies that we were able to gather. Or for y'all people who are younger than 40, y'all parents are just now starting to kind of die and stuff now. And you're like, oh, well, your grandparents are starting to die and stuff now. Our grandparents been dead. But you starting to hear your parents say, oh, well, we got the insurance policy and we got this and we got that. That's the first time you're hearing of that. If you talk to your grandparents, if they're still alive, ask them, did they get an insurance policy from their parents when they died? Like when your parents died, you get 2, 3, 400,000 or 1 million, 2 million, 3 million. Because we were not able to get insurance policies. So they had over a 500-year head start. This is what I'm getting into, right? So imagine a company like ExxonMobil, right? BP Oil. Imagine them able to getting free labor out of anyone for 500 plus years. They already make, for example, ExxonMobil made like $6 trillion in 1 year. That's profit. That's after you pay your employees, after you pay for marketing, after you pay for business, expenses and losses, right? That's the profit that they made, $6 trillion. Now imagine if they didn't have to pay any employees or any marketing or anything like that for over 500 years. This is the amount of wealth that these people got. So as I go into this video, this is what the Most High is talking about in the prophecies, and we're going to dive into that. He's going to say, yo, they took everything. Y'all even took the grapes. You took the vine. You took the vineyard. You took the sticks. And not only did you take that when you were robbing and stealing, you never showed any mercy. So when people say, well, I didn't have y'all as slaves, and my grandparents came over from Ireland. Well, you know what that means? That means your grandparents, like the scriptures say, they agreed in oppression. They were in agreement. They knew that it was genocide going on over here for 500 years. They came over because they knew that they could get a piece of it. So now it's the Most High like, no, nigga, you in agreement. So as we get into this, it's not all about what you did. It's about what your fathers did. You got to pay for that. Just like we are paying for the sins of our fathers now. We're born into captivity. We could easily say, well, I didn't do nothing wrong. All I did was wake up and go to elementary school and be a good student. It don't matter what your fathers do, right? So let's get into it. I'm going to play a little bit of this, and we're gonna get out of here real quick. I've been to several of these, by the way, and I'll show some of that. What did your fathers do? A lot of these are made out of African skin. The couches and the chairs inside stuffed instead of cotton is our hair. They would shave off our hair and all of that. This is where scalping of the Indians came from. That just means black. They would take our hair after they scalped us and stuff like that and use it as cotton for your furniture, for your bed, for your mattresses, for your car seats when they developed the cars and all that. None of this stuff is new. Eating watermelon and stuff. Watch all the Edomites. They buying all this stuff. This is their history. Oh, my childhood. And we had all of this. It's fascinating to them. They won't tell you this, though. Look at them. They still alive today. This was their childhood. This is making America great again to them. Man, look, there's several more I can go to. So anyway, with that, let me get right into some. I'm gonna get right into the scriptures. Right? Let's start at some. Well, hold on, I was actually right there in one. Well, it's gonna make me start over now. Let's get right to Psalms. Right? I'll go to 73. Right? Psalm 73, I think it's like 5. This is for the people that state, well, I had nothing to do with slavery. Just get over it. We're all equal now, right? Psalm 73 and 5, right? I really want 8. They are not in trouble. They are not in trouble as other men. Neither are they plagued like other men. He's talking about the wicked. By the biblical definition, that's Esau and Amalek and their descendants. They don't make $5 stretch a week and stuff like we do. They're not in trouble. They're not over there fighting in the wars and all of that. Wars has not touched these coasts of so-called England, Israel, North American continent, America. Pearl Harbor is not the mainland. They're not troubled as other men. Right? Verse 6. Therefore, pride compassed them about as a chain. Violence covered them as a garment. They're all about bloodshed, like the scriptures say. Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than the heart could wish. Like I mentioned earlier about the grapevines and the vineyards. They go with the book of Obadiah. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily. So when they talk about slavery, well, just get over it. They speak wickedly concerning it. Even their descendants. Well, everyone just be nice and we know we took your land, but just go buy a mortgage and pay us to get a house on your land that's already yours that we stole and killed and built buildings over the top of your grandfather's dead body. Just do what we say and everything is fine. And to the coons who agree with them. Right? So all this is prophecy. Let's get some more. We're going to stay in Psalms because it's just there. Psalms 109, we'll go to verse 12. Shalak, we'll just start at 14 since I got it there. Right? So everything we just saw, let the iniquity of his fathers be remembered with YAHAWAH. Right. So it's not always about what they did, even though we have regeneration, if you will. But nigga, what did your fathers do? That bill is still due. You got to pay for that. Same as we doing now. So he said, let the iniquity of his fathers be remembered with YAHAWAH. Let not the other be blotted out. His mama and his grandmama sitting there smiling and reliving their childhood when they had slaves on the farm and on the ranch. That's what they were reliving right there in that video, and they was purchasing from their glory days. That's us praying to Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shah. Don't the mama don't get an invite to the cookout either. I don't care how many of these Negroes out here laying with these dogs. It don't matter. She ain't invited either. I don't care how good she could twerk or dance. It don't matter. She ain't invited. Right? Verse 15, let them be therefore, right? YAHAWAH continually. So we begging to the Most High, let them be continually, that they may be cut off the memory. Remember, according to the prophecy, they're gonna be cut off forever after 1,000 years. Forever. You're gonna look around, it's gonna look like Planet of the Apes. They know what's coming, right? Because that he remembered not to show mercy, but persecuted the poor and needy man, that he might even slay the broken in heart. Right? Because what did I just state earlier at the beginning of this, right? They didn't show no mercy. So if you rob and steal and you got everything and you got all the fatness of the earth, why are you still gonna, shoot them dead in the street and hang them and burn them and not let them even go to schools or read or write? He's like, yo, you done did everything, bro. You didn't show no mercy. Remember, the Most High has everlasting mercy, everlasting kindness. These devils didn't even show it to our. They put us in zoos, by the way. The Dallas Zoo, they used to house us in the Dallas Zoo, for y'all who don't know that. They used to house us in there. Then it became the Dallas Zoo. That's why a lot of people who really, or I say historians, we don't go to the Dallas Zoo, dog. We don't go there. When y'all see them photos and they show black people in zoos in America, man, that was the Dallas Zoo. All right? Right, I'm gonna stay in Psalms. Matter of fact, let's stay in there. There's several all up in Psalms. Let's go to Psalm 64. I think you're talking about they search out their iniquities. Right, they search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. So they search out everything the Most High say he hates, and they have us doing it. Both the inward thought of every one of them is deep, and the heart is deep. Right? But YAHAWAH shall shoot at them with an arrow. That's these new wars, right? With this World War III, that's coming. Suddenly shall they be wounded. Matter of fact, since I brought up fathers, let me just get straight to it real quick, because I said quick lunchtime snack. Let's get to it. Isaiah 14, let's go down to verse 20. This is for some of the raccoons out here. Thou shalt not be joined with them in burial, because thou hast destroyed thy land. They done took, raped, murdered, genocide our land, and slain the people. The seed of evildoers shall never be reowned, right? It shall never be renewed, if you will, right? They're never going to prosper, right? They're not going to be invited to the cookout and stuff, how y'all say today, or they're saved. That will never happen. You know how they say never say never? The Most High just said never. He said it ain't going to ever happen. Verse 21, prepare slaughter for his children. So all them buying the artifacts and doing all that, they have to pay for their forefathers' sins just like we paying for our forefathers. Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers. Well, that was our great-great-grandparents and I didn't do it. It don't matter. You benefited from it. That's what the Most High says. Nigga, you benefited from it. The bill is still due. And you are still him. We just don't know about regeneration. You still are that bloodline. So when YAHAWAH says he's going to come back for recompense and vengeance, he going to repair it to them. Matter of fact, let's get one more real quick. Let's go to Job chapter 21. Go down to verse 19. I get straight to it and we get out of here. YAHAWAH layeth up the Edomites' iniquity for his children. He rewarded him and he shall know it. When this World War III come, when this judgment come, when they get their children slashed up against the stones like they said the angels are going to do, the Most High laid up the iniquity of your fathers for you, just like we doing it for our fathers. So with that, shalom.